Hi everyone, if this is your first time to my channel, let me welcome you to Gold Nugget JAW underscore success. I want to share a nugget with you today, and that nugget is get in the driver's seat. If you're never in the driver's seat, your life is always going to be driven and run by somebody else. The story behind this message or this golden nugget is the other day I was going home with my wife, and she was so tired that she asked me to take over the driving. Now, I have been driving along certain path with her for months. But what I realized is that when I was the one driving, I didn't know where I was going. It taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me that while somebody else is driving, we are often distracted and we are not learning the path. There is a journey that we're all on. It takes us to a specific place. But until we decide to be the one who direct ourselves and become the driver, then we're always going to be messing up. Yes, we can listen to everyone around us. We can listen to other people talking about it. A matter of fact, I asked myself the question after driving along these paths for months, why is it that I was getting lost? And what I realized is that while I am not in the driver's seat, I was distracted by the signs around. I was just reading the signs, but reading them alone doesn't tell me that I was learning where I was going. Also, I spent a lot of time while she was driving instead of learning the path and memorizing which direction to take. I spent time reading. Now, we can always read about success and the path to success, but unless we get in the driver's seat and are willing to put into practice the things that were taught to us, we will always get lost. Another thing I realized that while I wasn't in the driver's seat, I was busy talking to her most of the time, because most of the time it's the both of us that were in the car, or I was busy talking to the other persons that are around me. Yes, we can talk to everybody about success. We can talk to everybody about the journey. We can even share different experiences. But guess what? Unless we get into the driver's seat and actually do the driving for ourselves, we can end up in position and into places that we don't want to end up in. Another of the thing that I realized, that as I was driving with her along the path, is that not only was I talking to her, not only was I looking around me and looking at the side. Looking around alone doesn't help you to grasp the concept. Practice, I was taught, becomes perfect. Practice becomes permanent. And unless we are practicing what we preach, so to speak, we will never get a grasp of it. Not, as I said before, not only was I talking to her, not only was I looking at the sights and looking at signs and all of that, I was oftentimes listening to music. So everything else can distract you from learning the way. Oh, I realized that my wife really knew the path. While I was driving, she fell asleep. And when she fell asleep, I kept on driving. Out of nowhere, she woke up and said, "Hon, where are you? You're not on the course anymore." And I wondered, how is it that she was able to, while sleeping, know that I was off course? You see, when you're the driver, when you're the one doing it yourself, when you're the one following the, the path, when you're the one that is always on the path, guess what? When you veer from it, you know. A matter of fact, I was wondering to myself, was it the smell of the the place? Was there an extra bump in the road that caused her to wake up and knew that I was off course? Or was it an innate, instinct? Even while she was asleep, her mind was driving. That is how success become. Success is not something that happened overnight, but it really happened as we continue to grow, as we continue to feed our minds, as it becomes a second nature to us, so to speak. So as we embark on Gold Nuggets, JAW_success, outside of telling you to like, subscribe, and share, I want you to know that if you are going to become successful, you are going to have to get into the driver's seat and become the driver. Ignore the fact that everybody else is doing it. Ignore the fact that you're being chauffeured around. As a matter of fact, I've asked myself, how is it that successful people remain successful or become successful? One thing that I have learned is that they never come off the path. They become the driver. They are the ones who sit on the seat and take the steering and direct the vehicle in the direction that it is to go. As you can see, I am in a reflector vest. Why? Because I am taking the driver's seat. For some months, I have been sitting around thinking that certain things will come my way. It doesn't come. You're gonna have to get up, step out, put on a vest, and say, today I'm taking the bull by the horn, and go after it. The driver's seat, let me tell you something, you can only become a driver by being in the seat. You can read the book, you can talk to people, other people can drive you around, but you only can become the driver when you decide to go into the seat yourself and put into practice that which you have been taught, that which you have read, that which you have seen others done. So here I go again. You will get lost if you're not in the driver's seat. My experience, that little experience where I got the opportunity to drive in a strange place, in a new place for myself, taught me that unless you are in the driver's seat, you can think you know it. And that's one of the problems that a lot of us have. We think we know it. I gladly said, yes man, I'll drive, because I thought I knew it. But what I realize is that until you start actually doing it, you don't really know it. And so one of the things that successful people accomplish is they do it. They get up and do it. They don't dream about it only, they get up and do it. They don't talk about it, they get up and do it. They don't watch others do it, they get up and do it. And so unless you or me get in the driver's seat and become doers, one of the scriptures that I can end this broadcast with is, you don't become successful by being hearers of the word, but doers of the word. None of us become what we are to become. There is no profession in the world that we can only read about and don't do. Head knowledge is no knowledge. Practice knowledge is what is knowledge. So until we put it into practice, until you put it into practice, success, whatever you want to accomplish, whether it be weight loss, whether it be your proper dieting, whether it be to pay the bills, whether it be to become friends with somebody, whether it be to overcome shyness, unless you get into the driver's seat and begin to do what you need to do, you're never going to be successful at it. Get into the driver's seat. Become the driver. Let nobody else keep driving you, because as long as somebody else is driving you, you'll never know what it means to succeed. This is Golden Nuggets, JAW_success. Like, subscribe, and share. Get in the driver's seat.